What's up, everybody? This is Murdy 3K, aka M3K Tactical. There is nothing tactical about me. Today, I am just sharing some knowledge with you, just showing out, really, just what I'm doing. I finished my Aero Precision EPC 9 chambered 9mm. Finished my build, went wonderfully. If you're curious about how that process went for me, you can check out part 1 of the guide right up there, and it will direct you to, of course, go to Gunstreamer to see part 2 and part 3, as builds are not allowed on YouTube without facing a possible community strike, and I don't want that. But the content is posted on Gunstreamer. But I got almost everything I want done to it, and I'll share with you what I'm talking about. So if you notice up top, what I have up here is a Fiachi reflex sight, and I've talked about this sight, and it's garbage. It will eventually succumb to the recoil of your firearm, and zero will be non-existent. You won't be able to maintain zero after a shot. It will float all over the place. But this is going to have to do until my replacement comes in. As I said before, I plan on putting a Northtac Ronin P12 up top. I seen some good things on YouTube from some reviewers, and so I said, you know what, that it looks cool. I like the look of it. I got it in. If you guys have been watching, the first one I got was dead on arrival. The second one I got in, when I put the battery in, initially it would not start up. Took the battery out, put it back in, and it was working fine. Everything was working as it should. Put it away. Got it out ready to put on the gun you see here before you for my first trip to the range. And by the way, this is unloaded. There are no bullets in this at all. Just thought I'd say that. The sight would not come on. I replaced the battery and just did everything I could think to do, and so I just opted to just refund it. I didn't want to try for a third replacement. Or a second replacement, but third unit. I just said, you know what? After 2 times, this shouldn't be. So I sent it back via Amazon. That's where I bought it, and I decided to go with a Holosun. I was done fooling around with these inexpensive red dots and sights and optics. Now I will say this: the only inexpensive option that has held up for me it was a Fiat. It's the Fiachi red dot, not the reflex that you see here. It was the Fiachi red dot. That thing's still going strong. I have it on one of my rifles. I was just out not too long ago to the range with it, and that thing still is trucking on. And I think that's if I'm not mistaken, that was a $60 purchase. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I want to say it was around $60-$70 at the time when I purchased it. And that thing is still trucking along. And so as far as red dots go, not reflex, but the red dot, Fiachi for me has been great. But this reflex, the one I had on my AR pistol, it failed to hold zero. And yes, I know about the small screw. We talk about that in a video. I did an update on that because initially my first trip to the range, it did great. Went back to my second trip on the range with the RS, the reflex sight. It was all over the place. Had several people attempt to get that thing zeroed. We just couldn't get it. Yes, and I do know about the small tightening screw after you make your adjustment. So that wasn't the situation at all. It just succumbed to recoil is what I suspect. Oh. So I ordered a Holosun. I didn't order it from Amazon, and the reason I didn't order it from Amazon is because I have an idea of what I think is happening on Amazon after reading some things. So a lot of these sellers on Amazon, I don't think are necessarily affiliated with EOTech, even though it might say EOTech store. And I could be wrong. Please, somebody in the comments, comment below if you know this to be the case. Or contrary, if you know that the inverse is the case. So I don't believe in all these situations that if it says Holosun store, it's not necessarily the Holosun people selling this. If it's EOTech store, I don't think it's the EOTech people selling this. I think this is a third-party seller that's doing one of 3 things, or possible a mix of all 3. One of those things would be Either these are imitation knockoffs that they're making very convincing clones, and they're just not up to par with the true Holosun or EOTech or Vortex or what have you. Number two, that they are a third party seller that is selling, bought a lot of returns somehow or another, selling returns or damaged goods. Number three, it is possibly an affiliation with EOTech, and it's just sometimes you get a bad one, sometimes you get a good one. But I don't think that's the case. So what I did, I went to Optics Planet, and that's where I purchased the Holosun. And I just said to myself, you know what? Again, done with these inexpensive red dots, and I wanted something, as you guys probably heard me say about this build on the onset, this wasn't going to be something that I compromised on. I wanted some pretty nice stuff on. And talking to somebody that actually knows, a military man, an officer, that had some pretty extensive weapon knowledge, was telling me, I was considering an EOTech, and what he told me was, don't do that. He says, an EOTech is more than what you will need. He says, get a Holosun. He says, a Holosun will do just great. And being that it's around a $200 to $300 price difference, depending on what model you get, I was like, Holosun looks pretty good. I had opportunity to work with a Holosun. Had opportunity to work with the EOTech. In one of the videos, you see me firing the Chris Vector. Oh my goodness, what an experience. That had a EOTech sitting on top of it. And when you look through a quality, in that case, a holographic sight, or a quality red dot, or a quality reflex sight, oh my goodness gracious, guys, it will make you say, you know what, I was wrong about my assumptions that it was just that one's buying just the name. It's more than that. The name is part of it, the branding is a part of it, but the quality is there, and it's obvious when you actually are using these products and not just looking at them through a video. The Holosun was great. The EOTech was great. Oh my goodness, it made it easy. I mean, I was pinging stuff that I would have probably missed otherwise. It was amazing. And the zeroing has a lot to do with that, but it was amazing experience. So I said, I'm going to go with the Holosun for this build, and that's what I did. When that comes in, and when I get to I'll let you know about it. But the Northtac Ronin failure actually kiboshed a trip to the range I was going to go on. This one does not have irons on it. It was just going to be with the Northtac, and because the Northtac failed, and I was like, oh man, I was just distraught about it. I was literally, the reason I was putting on it, because as I said, I was going to go to the range, and I'd actually forgotten that I had that thing stashed away. But I would have been giving you guys would have been watching a video of this thing in action at the range if it had not been for that Northtac failure. In any case, Northtac could have a great product, because again, I bought that from Amazon. So I could, if I had probably ordered from Northtac, I'm curious if the experience would have been different. If Northtac is watching, please drop a comment about that below to let me know if you guys know about what's going on Amazon with these products. Because I've bought stuff from Amazon before, but to get 2 failures, that's where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. So Northtac, please feel free to comment about this in the below. If people shouldn't be experiencing your product through Amazon and should buy them through you, reach out, and this will be a good venue to let people know. Well, guys, thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Want to show this off a little bit and talk to you about what was going on. And as always, thank you for watching. Keep on watching, like and subscribe, and live the dream.